Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Okay, let's have a look again on the gold market. Here is in the recent 2 weeks, everything goes just great with our trading plan. Starting from the bullish grabber on the weekly chart right from this point as the situation where we trade gold down, when we said that at this point we're stop taking any shorts and preparing for taking a long position. So I would say that in the recent 2-3 weeks or almost a month, everything on the gold market was great. It's really pleasure when the technical analysis works, when the market actually is driven by its own factors without big intruding from the outside. Although on the daily chart everything seems cloudless, on the intraday performance we have some nuances that could make impact on the practical trading process on the Monday and Tuesday. I wouldn't say that it's something to really bring problems to the overall trading setup. So just remind you that we're aiming on the top of this area around 34.40. That's our minimum target. Although I'm not excluding the moment if market will try to test the top as well, because if you will plan here the most recent ABCD pattern, the COP, contracted objective point, will be right around the top. And besides, gold market's rather cunning, and when it stands near the top and near the juicy stops, it always trying to test them, always trying to grab them. We are not counting on the immediate upper breakout in the same way as in the euro currency, just because market stands near the overbought. And we think that the overall background, currently fundamental background, is not sufficient, at least in the current moment, for immediate upper breakout. So our minimum target 34.40. If we get lucky, maybe market will retest 35, but that will be just a retesting, so we're not counting on the breakout. That's what about the midterm perspective. Now to the practical moments on the intraday charts. First of all, on the fall time frame chart, you could see that we're at XOP, so I congrats to everybody, all the golden bucks in our forum. We have reached the target that we have specified, nearly 33.55, 33.70. As we said, that market is ready to complete the XOP and should not show deep retracement. That's why we entered here on the minimum retracement. So all the stuff that we discussed in the previous week. But so currently this head and shoulders pattern that we traded, or at least the ABCD, if you do not like the actually treat it as a hand shoulders, is done. So we're at the XOP target. Market right now at the agreement resistance, and take a look, testing the trend line. This is at least some natural reasons for retracement here, for a pullback. So odds suggest a pullback. I don't know what the news background will be next week, what events will happen, what Donald Trump will tweet, but right at this point, it might be a great chance to step in on the long side when retracement will be over. Why? Because the target has not been reached yet, and it means we definitely know the direction, we definitely know the level, and only the thing that we need to do is just step in on a more or less attractive and proper level. This is great, actually, risk to probability combination. So it always happens when you know direction and you're just trying to follow it. Now, if we take a look at the hourly chart, you could see that here I would mention this level is very attractive, 32.60, 32.70, so we do not want to get too deep retracement. Theoretically, we could accept even 32.15. This level will not become the strategy, but it's less desirable than this one. For a strong bullish market, it's preferable to see that the actually confidence holds the retracements. Besides, you could see that right in this area is some kind of the natural support resistance area stands right here. So it's previous some kind of the neckline or hand shoulders or something. And for the bullish market, it is preferable that price stands above it. Since we do not know exactly whether retracement will start or not, because upside breakout is also possible, we do not know what will happen Monday, and we do not intend to take the short position on the gold market here. Of course, it's not forbidden, you could do this, but it is not our basic scenario. We prefer currently to use any pullbacks, any dips to consider taking a long position, just because of explained strategies that we are following. We should be ready as for a possible classic performance with the possible hand shorters pattern here, when the market will form the ABCD down to our desired area 3260, 3270. It's just great that market creates an agreement with this and that we have the 127 hand shorters instead of 1618. Otherwise, we couldn't escape the possible scenarios Jordan Apple called this as a oops, when you have the strong confluence right below the neckline. It's just a big hazard for the hand shorters to fail when the market just trying to make the breakout of the neckline fails and pull back. So in this scenario, we could escape it because we have 127 hand shorters, which has a target right around this level. So that's great. But also we should be ready for a failure of this pattern. For instance, if we will see not quite bearish performance as we usually consider in the previous cases. So you know what to watch. So it's not the first possible hand shorters fail that we were trading in recent time. So if we see signs of the failure here, that the hand shorters is transforming into the butterfly or a triangle, that definitely will be the signal for possible taking long position earlier. Maybe even around 33 area, we will see. But that's in general the inputs for coming week. So currently we do nothing. If you trade on the weekly chart, of course, you could hold your positions longer, right to the target. Those who trade on lower time frames, maybe you already have closed the XOP. That's also a good decision. Now we just could consider the chances to re-enter. That's particularly the chart that we intend to follow in 1-2 sessions and see how the situation where retracement will progress. That's probably all for now. See you next time.